Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We are here with Tequila again, and she is resting because she drove off a fox this morning who was trying to get our rabbits, and she did an excellent job, and now she's exhausted. So she's taking a nap. Today we're going to talk about potty training. I mentioned at the end of the last Livestock Guardian video that we were going to talk about potty training, and one of the first things that happened is I got a question. Several questions. Here's Whiskey. Good boy, Whiskey. You know, we love you too. But I got a bunch of questions about why would you bother potty training a livestock guardian? Don't they just stay outside most of the time? Here's a kitten climbing up my leg. Okay, here we go. Kitten time. But, so that's what people were asking. They were asking me, why would you even bother? They're going to be outside. Why would you bother? Couple of reasons. Okay, we got another kitten climbing up my leg. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, I don't know where their mom is. Their mom left. Anyway, so the question was, why would you bother potty training a livestock guardian? Okay, they're not outside all the time. Most of them aren't anyway. You're upside down, kitten. There you go. But they're not outside all the time anyway. They're outside most of the time. So obviously she's inside here laying on the couch because she's tired. But even if you raise your livestock guardian outside in the barn with your goats or your sheep or your chickens or whatever it is that they're looking after, even if you raise them out there all the time, that was elegant, using Whiskey as a climbing tree. Excellent. But even if they're outside all the time, you are going to have to bring them in sometimes. So whether it's when they're a puppy and you want them to bond with you, or maybe it's they've just had surgery, so you might have gotten your dog spayed or neutered, or maybe it's because they've been sick, or there's dozens of reasons. Even if your dog is entirely outside, once in a while they're going to end up in your house. And it's a good idea if when they're in the house, they understand they can't pee in the house. Nobody's allowed to pee in the house. There's a kitten. Kitten. Yes, that's one of your kittens. So they need to know that they can't pee in the house. Okay, so how do we accomplish that? It can be a little bit dicey with livestock guardians for a couple of reasons. One, they're very independent minded. They're supposed to be, okay? They're supposed to be independent because they have to be able to think. Yes, meow. So they have to be able to think for themselves. So sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for people who have never potty trained a puppy before. If you start with a livestock guardian, you're going to find it a little frustrating because they make their own decisions half the time. So if it's your first time potty training, livestock guardians are going to be a little irritating. So that's your first problem. Your second problem is you're probably outside a lot. Okay? So we're outside a ton. And so what happens is sometimes they don't get a chance to have the experience, right? They don't always start to associate we go outside to pee because we always go outside all the time. Every minute of every day we go outside. So those are your two challenges with a livestock guardian. Is you're outside so much anyway, they don't always make the connection right away. And frankly, they can be stubborn as all get out. Yes, you can be stubborn. You are stubborn. But you're a good girl. So how do we pull it off? Here is where I'm going to mention crate training, using a crate. We don't. And the reason for that is I'm home all of the time. I work from home. Sorry, I was just moving the kitten off my lap. I didn't mean to put her on you. Sorry. I almost forgot you were there. But, so the first reason I don't crate train is I'm always home. Literally. And there goes the kitten. You alright? Good. So I am always home. I work from home, then I've got the animals, and I rarely go anywhere. I think in the last 2 weeks, the most time I spent away from home was running to Costco last Sunday. So I literally was only gone for like 2.5 hours. I'm always home. It's not my fault. You fell off the couch. You're gonna climb up, Whiskey? That's one way to get it back up. Fantastic. Good job. Our dogs are pretty patient with the kittens. So I'm always home and I'm always with the animals, and she's pretty big. So I don't crate train. I actually do recommend you crate train, because if you're not me, or you're not someone who's home all of the time, you may not always be with your puppy. Okay? And when it comes to potty training, if your dog has an accident in the house, it's your fault. Ow, 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 there's a kitten crawling at my leg. But if your dog has an accident in the house, it's your fault. If she pees on the carpet here in the living room, that's my fault. I'm not paying enough attention, or I was gone too long, or whatever. For whatever reason, it's my fault if she pees in the house. It's not hers. I'm supposed to teach her what she's supposed to do. Now, she has not had an accident in the house, but I do recommend crates. And the reason I recommend crates is because if you can't keep an eye on your puppy every single second, yes, there's a kitten crawling on Whiskey. Our dogs are patient. So if you can't be with your puppy every single second, if you can't keep your eye on her every single second, you are going to end up with an accident. So I recommend a crate if you can't keep your eye on your puppy every single second they're inside. Okay, so a crate is a great place to go after they eat, a great place to go after, like, for naps, everything like that, because it keeps them contained, and it is just a way for you to keep an eye on your puppy a little bit better. I don't use crates. She is with me, and so is Whiskey, and apparently all these kittens, but they're with me every single second. If I'm in the kitchen baking, the dogs are either at my feet or just on the other side of the island. If I am in my room, they are in my room. If I'm here on the couch editing videos or watching a show, they're on the couch beside me, or they're outside. So if they're in the house, they're with me. Okay, they're not in the house by themselves, ever. They just aren't, because I'm always here. So use a crate if that's what you need, but if you're home with them all the time like I am, you might be able to skip the crate. But I do recommend the crate, even though I don't use one anymore. And it's because I'm just home constantly. So how do you potty train your puppy? You have to make sure your puppy understands we go pee outside. We go outside, we go pee. So the way you do that is by taking them out when they gotta pee. So how do you know when your puppy has to pee? If they wake up, they've been asleep, and they wake up, they have to pee. It doesn't matter. Okay, trust me, one of the very first things your puppy is gonna do is have to pee. So take them outside. And when they pee outside on the grass, for us, it's the most exciting thing on the planet. We basically have a little party out there on the lawn. So I know it sounds ridiculous, but it also works. So we get so excited and so much, oh, such a good girl, Tequila, dancing on the lawn, playing, we throw some toys, we give some treats. Such a great time. I know some people will tell you, you don't need to reward that. I do. Because she needs to know that that makes me so happy. And there's a kitten crawling on your face. Yes, meow. Sorry, there was a kitten on your face. I know, that's irritating. I don't know where their mother is. We don't talk about that. Anyway, so you take them outside when they have to pee and get excited, especially with livestock guardians, because sometimes they don't care that much because they're very stubborn. But if they love you, and we've talked about loving and bonding, are you okay? Oh my God, we have kittens jumping off the couch. Everybody alive? Anybody get squished? No, we're all okay? All right. But if they love you, if they're bonded to you, they want to make you happy. So if you go crazy and you're so excited that they peed outside, and you're so happy, and you give hugs and snuggles and pets and rubs, lots of rubs, and they realize how happy you are, they'll want to repeat. Yes, okay, I know. Yes, happy, happy, happy. They'll want to repeat what they know made you happy. And when they figure out that peeing outside makes you happy, they're going to want to do it again. Okay? So, lots of happy, lots of excitement, lots and lots and lots. Even if you're already outside and they pee, so you've been outside for an hour and they go pee outside and you see them, get excited, get happy. Yes, you're stinky. You're just stinky as puppy. You're such a stinky puppy and you're such a happy one. Stinky and happy, yes. Actually, she's not stinky. I just call her stinky. I know, look at that happy face. That's a happy, happy, happy face. Happy, happy, happy face. Happy, happy, happy puppy. So get excited, get happy. When you're in the house, also watch for the signs that they have to pee. So randomly sniffing, moving in circles, they're probably going to pee or poop. You never know. And you want that to happen outside. She's not actually biting my leg, she's just being weird. So, yes, Great Pyrenees are a little strange. If I move my leg, your head's going to fall off the couch. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If I put my leg down, you're going to go tumble. So you definitely want to pay attention when they're inside with you, get excited, and get really, really happy. And she's leaving, which means we'll be back in a minute. All right, so she moved, and I wanted to get a nice, good shot of her. And so we stopped filming on the couch, and we moved to the floor. Happy, happy times. There's Whiskey over there, licking his toes, because he has earwax on his toes, and he loves earwax. So, okay. Anyway, so get happy, take them out when you see any sign. So usually about 20 minutes after they've had something to eat, your puppy will want to go to the bathroom. So you take them out and get excited. Watch for them sniffing, circling, doing all those things. Get them outside. And then go absolutely bonkers. Be absolutely bonkers and happy when they pee outside. Because they're gonna. They're puppies. So how long can your puppy go between potty breaks? That depends on the age of the puppy. Guys, come back here. Where are you all going? Ignore the sunflower seeds. We don't talk about that. There's a kitten crawling on my leg again. So, there's Tequila. There she is. Nice doggy. So, how do you know, how long can they go? Depends on the age of the puppy. In general, I would say they can go 1 hour between potty breaks for every month of age. So she's 4 months old now. That means she can go 4 hours without a potty break. Now, we're outside all day, so that's a non-issue. At night, we get up one time in the night, maybe. So 4 hours is kind of the minimum you can expect because she's 4 months old. And she's a big girl. I know, she's a big girl. And somebody thought she was full grown the other day. She's not even close. But she's a big girl. So 4 months means 4 hours. When she's 6 months, she can go 6 hours. By the time she's 8, 9 months old, she should be able to go the entire night. She's actually pretty close to the entire night now. So I do the 4 hour thing during the day. Make sure she goes out at least every 4 hours. But we're out so much anyway that it's irrelevant. So take them out when they wake up. Take them out when they're anxious, like kind of moving around, going in circles, all that kind of good stuff. So then you want to take them out then. Take them outside with you every single time you go outside. What's the point of having a livestock guardian if you don't take it outside with you? So that doesn't necessarily apply to all puppies. Both a livestock guardian, if you are outside, your dog should be. Okay, so you should not leave, I should not leave Tequila in the house, even if all I'm doing is going to give water to the rabbits. It'll take me 45 seconds at each enclosure to give them water, but I shouldn't leave her in the house. Livestock guardian, remember, should be outside with you. So, what if you're raising a livestock guardian outside entirely? Okay, they're not in your house very often. Potty train them anyway. Bring them in when they're little and potty train them. You're gonna need to. And it'll also keep them from peeing and pooping in the barn. Okay? Which we do not want. We do not want to go pee and poop in a barn. And we are going to go outside right now, so we'll be right back again. Okay, so now we're outside, and this is a good thing. She's only 4 months old, so we just came outside because it's been not actually that long, and she's going, good girl, Tequila! Good girl! You just a good girl, just my good puppy, good girl! Just a good girl! What a good dog! And good Whiskey for kicking your feet up. Yeah, good boy. Good girl. Okay, so we get really excited because she loves when we get excited. And she hasn't had a single accident in the house. That's partially because we take her out all the time. Don't bite each other. Yes, that's right. Don't bite each other. Come on. Let's go look at other animals. So, there's Arwen. Come on, guys. We're not gonna bite each other. Well, you started it. So, it's really important that you get really excited. You go outside when they need to go. You can't make a puppy wait. That's my biggest piece of advice. Do not make your puppy wait. Get your puppy outside. If they act anxious, if they're pacing, if they're circling, if they just woke up, if they just ate 20 minutes ago, it's time to go outside. I don't care if you don't want to. Your puppy can't wait. You can wait, they can't. They're babies. So get outside, get your puppy outside, and get really, really excited. It really helps with Livestock Guardians. So you want to get outside, and remember, do not punish if they have an accident in the house. All right, we just had to take a break because there was a possum. It's okay, we're back now. There was a possum. It's okay, we don't worry about it. Anyway, I just wanted to end with what happens if my puppy pees in the house. Do not get angry. There's shadow facts. Do not get angry about it, okay? The trick to dealing with it is you don't, almost. If you didn't see it happen, you just clean it up, use an enzyme cleaner so the smell is gone, and move on with your day. If you see it happen, a sharp, firm no outside, and take them outside. Don't rub their nose in it. Don't hit them with a rolled up newspaper. That doesn't help. They had an accident in the house. One, it's your fault. Two, they don't understand what you want yet. So if you want them to pee outside, you have to show them that they're supposed to. Okay? So if they have an accident, you need to address it. You need to deal with it. But getting upset and hurting the dog or screaming at the dog isn't going to help you. Okay? It's just not going to help. So there's one of our mama cats, but her babies are in the house and I don't know why. I don't know. So get your dog outside when they have to pee. It's really that simple. It's really, really very easy. It's not a big deal. It might take some time and some dedication, but you could do it because it's not difficult. Potty training puppies is not difficult. They're smart, smarter than you think. Yes, good cat. So they're smarter than you think, and they can do it. You just need to put in the time and effort, and you need to pay attention. You see what she's doing? If you see that behavior in the house, sniffing the ground, sniffy, 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 get them outside. That was Arwen smashing into the fence because she's an idiot. Okay. But that's about all I wanted to say about potty training because it's so important to get your puppy potty trained and make sure that your puppy understands they need to pee outside. That's the rule. Okay? So, there's a cat over here at my feet. There she went. So, potty train your livestock guardian even if you don't think you're going to have them in the house at all. We're going over here because she wants to poop in the bush. So, we're just going to let her do that. In the meantime, yes, they like to poop in the bush. Means I don't have to clean up as much. Anyway, potty train that livestock guardian. It's important. You want to. You should. It'll make your life easier. Even if you think they're going to be in your house all the time, they won't. All right? So, dogs in the bush. Potty train that puppy. Get them outside to pee, but bring them inside so they understand they shouldn't pee in the house. It'll also help when it comes to being in the barn. They're less likely to pee and poop in the barn if you have trained them to not pee and poop in the house. So it'll translate to the barn. All right? That's about it for us here at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.